Bud Not Buddy by Christopher Paul Curtis, Chapter 16, Part 2. As soon as she was gone, Steady Eddie told me, "Hand me your axe and stand up, Bud." I was starting to catch on to this Grand Rapids talk. I remembered that an axe was an instrument. I handed Steady my recorder and stood up in front of him. He said, she was right. This is mysterious and special, so that grin's got to go, brother. I tried to tie down my smile. Steady said, "Mr. Jimmy, you're the senior musician here. Would you proceed?" Mr. Jimmy said, "Gentlemen, the floor is open for names for the newest member of the band, Bud Not Buddy." They started acting like they were in school. The thug raised his hand and Mr. Jimmy pointed at him. Thug said, "Mr. Chairman, in light of the boys' performance last night at the Sweet Pea, I nominate the name Waterworks Willie." Shucks, I was hoping they'd forget about that. Mr. Jimmy said, "You're out of order, Douglas." Steady raised his hand. "Mr. Chairman, this boy's obviously going to be a musician. He slept until 12:30 today, so I propose that we call him Sleepy." Mr. Jimmy said, "The name Sleepy is before the board. Any comments?" Dirty Deed said, "Too simple. I think we need something that lets folks know about how slim the boy is." Doodoo-Bug said, "How about the bone?" Steady said, "Not enough class. He needs something so people will know right off that the boy's got class." Mr. Jimmy said, "How do you say bone in French? French always makes things sound a lot classier." The thug said, "That's easy. Bone in French is la bonne." Doodoo-Bug said, "La bonne. Nah, it don't have a ring to it." Steady Eddie said, "I got it. We'll compromise. How about Sleepy Le Bone?" I couldn't tie the smile down anymore. That was about the best name I've ever heard in my life. Mr. Jimmy said, "Let me try it out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming out on this cold November night, this night that will live in history, this night that for the first time on any stage anywhere you have listened to the smooth saxophonical musings of the prodigy of the reed, Mr. Sleepy Le Bone." The whole crowd broke out clapping. The thug said, "What can I say but bang?" Dirty D said, "You nailed him." Doodoo-Bug said, "That is definitely smooth." Steady said, "My man." Mr. Jimmy said, "Kneel down, young man." I got down on one knee. Mr. Jimmy tapped me on the head 3 times with my recorder and said, "Arise and welcome to the band, Mr. Sleepy Le Bone." I got off my knee and looked at my bandmates. Sleepy Le Bone. Shucks, that was the kind of name that was enough to make you forget folks had ever called you Buddy, or even Clarence. That was the kind of name that was enough to make you practice 4 hours every day just so you could live up to it.